Hey guys, and we're back with another reaction. I've been away for a few days, still doing some house renovations, as you can't really see because my room's amazing, but I still got to finish my bathroom and so on. But I've been out for a few days shooting content. I went Birmingham the other week, went to the car show and so on. So today I'm just here to get back on it. There's gonna be more new content coming out, car content, food content, all that stuff. Because these things I enjoy doing. You see what I'm saying? When we were 13, 14, taking cars. You see what I'm saying? So when I was, how old? 24, 23, 24, I started doing, learning how to cook. Even though I had graphics background and fashion background, you know, I'm multitaskable. Multitask. Is it? That's how you say it. Well, that's how you say it now. So, but yeah, let's react to this. I don't know. So growing up, this is another Jubilee video. This came out a year ago, and I've been having a conversation with my friends recently about, you know, growing up in secondary school times, or in America, high school times. And we're talking about how, you know, colorism, how being dark skinned and light skinned, you know, and the first times a dark skinned person felt any type of racism was from a lighter skinned person. That's what my friend said. That's what she experienced. So I can't, you know what I mean? Oops, sorry about that. I can't argue about her experience because I wasn't there, you know. Yeah, and I've had certain things about, oh yeah, only date light skinned guys and this one. Me, I date women, all women, I don't care. Dark skin, light skin, doesn't matter to me. If you're a good person, you're beautiful, and you got a good, pretty face, and I find you attractive, and you like me too, you're mine. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, anyway, let's get into this. This is Jubilee, middle ground, light skin, and dark skin. So let's react to this.
To be with my people, but then it's like, oh, well, you're not really black enough.
Within the justice system, we're typically penalized more harshly than light-skinned people, just on average.
I'm just curious if you've ever been close to skin lightening, bleaching.
Yeah.
You almost did?
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable being labeled by my skin tone. If you agree, please step forward.
The reason I feel like I don't like being labeled is because I don't like when people say that light-skinned women are so, oh, you're submissive, you're this, because I know ultimately what they're trying to say when they say that. It's saying something and then also not saying something really harmful about darker-skinned women, and it upsets me. Number one, don't put me in no box.
Right.
And then you put me in a box.
I didn't know that. I had no clue. I didn't know that some people feel like that. Well, it's America, but I've never, maybe I haven't spoken to my fair-skinned friends, because I've never heard it put in that way before.
That also negatively impacts
My opinion around the whole colorism issue in general is that we're black. So I don't want to be a light-skinned black woman. I am black. I am Sabrina. I'm a black woman, and I'm my own woman, and I don't associate with the stereotypical light-skinned woman and what they do and what they portray.
Right.
So I'd rather just be considered a black woman, just like a darker-skinned black woman as well.
Do you think, in a sense like that, people can maybe think that you're saying, well, I don't see color.
So that is kind of my opinion, and it is kind of like what white people say when they don't want to be racist. I don't see color. And my own family primarily are all dark skinned.
Right.
So growing up, I didn't. I saw beautiful people. I saw my family. I saw my dark siblings. And that's just what it was.
Gotcha.
Until recently, the conversation has really come up to the point where I'm starting to ask them, like, what was your experience? And they too say that they didn't have my own family primarily are all dark skinned.
Right.
So growing up, I didn't. I saw beautiful people. I saw my family. I saw my dark siblings. And that's just what it was.
Gotcha.
Until recently, the conversation has really come up to the point where I'm starting to ask them, like, what was your experience? And they too say that they didn't have a negative experience for real. I literally see Black people, I see white people, I see Mexican people, and that's what it is for me.
Can we have the disagreeer step forward?
Girl, I'm nervous.
Can I just say one thing to you first off? I've dated a couple light-skinned girls. Ain't nobody said they were submissive, first off.
That's what I'm saying. I've never heard that term before, being a light-skinned girl being submissive. What are they implying? Are they implying because they're light-skinned, they're closer to, I don't know, a white person, a white woman, whatever? Are you saying white women are submissive? That's not true either. Depends on the person you're dating or who you're with. People love generalizing too much. I think it's easier to generalize than actually point at the finger at someone saying, John said that or Michelle said that. They just say, all Black people said that, or all white people said that, or all light-skinned people said that. Because my cousins, they're mixed. And I remember having a discussion with my uncle and my mum, and my mum was saying, no, these kids are Black. My uncle was saying, no, they're not, they're mixed. Then my mum's argument was, if they get pulled over or someone sees them or someone stops them, they will classify them as Black. But my uncle said, yes, truly so. However, that's their opinion. That's them saying it. Because they say it doesn't mean it makes it true. You know, and I think what's happening is that because if a majority is saying it, it means it's true. That isn't true. You're all wrong. What's that meme? You're all wrong. You're all wrong. So let's continue.
The reason why I didn't step forward is because dark skin, like everybody's starting to find out, the science is starting to agree. Dark skin is where it started, baby. And the reason why I think that I'm okay with being called dark skin and why I love the fact that there are light skin is because we have to realize that all of these people came from this prototype. Like I look at these beautiful dark-skinned people over here, and I always love the darkest people because they have no pimples, no nothing. It's just pure perfection.
Beautiful skin.
And excuse me, you know, this is not an extremist view, but we all know that dark is dominant and light is recessive. And I don't think that it's a negative thing to be called dark. I think the media wants us to think that, but I don't think it's a negative thing to be called dark. We're the originals, so that's great.
I acknowledge that we should not have to have these divisions and these terms. One term that illustrates that to me is brown skin. You know, the Black people who are kind of in the middle. How ridiculous does that sound when we're all variations of brown? You understand?
Right.
However, I didn't step forward because I'm not offended by being called dark skin. I will say there's a dehumanization that does occur with this labeling, like for instance, on social media. A light skin, a dark skin, that drives me insane. Now, I just wanted to address just a couple things you said. First, I want to say I'm very glad that your family members have not felt the impact of colorism. I'm so happy to hear that. I wish that was the dominant reality for dark-skinned girls. Unfortunately, it is not. We have to remember, colorism is not just social, it's systemic as well. Even if they haven't necessarily felt the way that dark skin is perceived in society, that doesn't mean that they may not.
When too much work.
To be honest, I do remember going to college, and we had this teacher, Hattie. And me, I'm a very bubbly person, like a very, very bubbly person. I'm a cool person. Like, I don't bring trouble or drama or nonsense, you know? And I'm not a stereotype as well. Whatever. Anyway, so there was a time where we were all in the class and she had these cameras because I was doing art and design at the time. And they gave us cameras to go around and take pictures of the environment, and then we had to come back and draw them. Cool. So there were, I think, 10 cameras, but only 9 cameras came back. So this class is mixed with more different backgrounds, different races, different genders. Cool. Then a camera goes missing. The teacher now, well, I'm in college now, the teacher says to everyone, where's the camera? And you know what happened? I got accused. The reason why I got accused, people in the room were black, but I think I was one of the darkest in the room. And she searched me. She patted me down, searched my jacket, and remember, I've never been the bad student. I've never been a student that's causing trouble or making the teacher's life harder. That was never me. But when she searched me, she took me outside and searched me, and she told me, no, I'm sorry, shush. Can we keep this hush? And I was like, what? I remember it's Lambeth College. It's like, I forgot what year it was. But because I was dark skinned, the way I took it was anyway, because I was dark skinned, because there's a certain stereotype with black people. Remember, black people have different ranges of colours. There's brown, there's dark brown, there's dark brown, there's me, whatever, you know what I mean? But she just picked me out. And to this day, I still remember it. I was 16. I was 16 years old. I do remember. So, I don't know, man. Let's go.
Feel that. I hope
Completely
not.
understand.
Yeah.
And that one thing I think that adds to it, though, is how you're raised. My dark-skinned siblings are my step-siblings. So my mother is light-skinned. My mother never mentioned our color. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, some parents will, like, prep you for the conversation. It was just never a conversation.
Yeah. We all got prepped. Did you guys all get prepped?
Yep. And so
Oh,
that's
you
what
never
I'm
got
saying. Even when I plan on having kids, I date a dark-skinned man.
Yeah.
Potentially, I can have a dark-skinned child.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go around just prepping them for the worst. I want them to just know that they're black and they're beautiful, whatever tone they come out.
I have to say, honestly, we're all black and all lives matter are the same to me. In the sense that both statements are true, but neither do anything to address the issue at hand, so they're meaningless.
Right.
Yes, we're all black. However, some black people are further marginalized because they are dark skinned. And I understand what you're saying about not wanting to beat your children down with the idea of oppression, but not talking about it is not going to make it go away. My mother was extremely affirming to me as a dark skinned little girl because she understood that if she didn't do it at home, when I get out into the world,
Exactly.
you know, we ain't in Kansas no more.
Completely understand. But it's also when I say we're all black, is like if we were to get pulled over tomorrow, I'm black to a white man, to a white cop. What my point is more so is that we are dividing ourselves with this conversation as well. And I don't want that for us. I want us to just be on the same page because that way we can move forward in life.
My immediate reaction was,
She's 100% right. We do it to ourselves, boy. I swear to God, we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. Like, even, I remember, I won't say her name, but I do remember when, that some men and women are attracted, like they will diss, they're dark skinned themselves, they will diss the opposite gender for being dark skinned and said, you know what, I'm gonna date a lad. I'll tell you 2 stories. One story was when my friend, she told me where she was dating this guy. So my friend, she's not mixed, but she's fair. But I think her mom is mixed or whatever. But she's fair. She's not too fair, but she's quite fair. So people think she's mixed race. And then she was dating this guy, and black Jamaican guy. And then he said to her, "Oh, why can't you, straighten your hair?" Because she had like frizzy hair. And she's like, "Oh, why can't you straighten your hair like the other light-skinned girls, or, have that light-skin look?" Like they say that there's a light-skin look where straight hair, just, you know what I mean? And then she was so upset about that. He was saying to her, "You're not the typical light-skinned girl. I want you to be the typical light-skinned girl." Number one, she's not even light-skinned. Number two, there's no typical light-skinned girl, because everyone's different. But I know there's a certain look. People know what I'm talking about. And then it was me, where I was dating someone. We had an argument, like a proper argument back in the day. If she watches this, she knows what I'm talking about. And we had an argument. And then she said, "Well, I'll find out. I'm going to get myself a light-skinned man with tattoos." I don't know how that. And all I said was, "Cool. Deuces." You know what I mean? So for me, it's just weird when people try to use other people's complexion just to build their own ego. And you're dark like me as well. So there's a lot of separation. And I hate it. Back in the day, in college days, we used to say stuff like, secondary school and college days, "Oh, remember, it's light skin season, so you're only dating light skin girls." This was some school days. And people think they know I'm being truthful. They fully understand I'm being truthful. Because in college, in secondary school days, there was times where, "Oh yeah, we're only dating light-skinned girls," or light-skinned girls not in. We're only dating dark-skinned girls now. It wasn't good. Of course, it wasn't good. That must have been traumatizing to the girls in school. But at the same time, some of the girls did it. We're only dating light-skinned boys, or she's only dating light-skinned boys, or she's only dating dark-skinned boys. Like, it happens. I don't know where it came from. I personally don't know where it came from. But sometimes you indulge in these type of conversations, and it's stupidity, because we're kids and we don't know no better. But now we do, because that is social media, and it's people like these type of shows that help. It does help,
No, solely because I am a light-skinned person, you know what I'm saying? But then you kind of brought up how what's tied to it are the stereotypes that come with being a light-skinned person or a dark-skinned person.
Right.
And those can be detrimental to a light-skinned person or a dark-skinned person.
Yeah, right.
Do you believe that those stereotypes are majority true, though?
Whether they're true or not is kind of irrelevant. The fact that they're detrimental to people, I think that's the problem itself.
So when I first heard the prompt, I think when I was younger and I was growing up, being dark-skinned was something I would try to run away from because of the negativity surrounding that term. But as I grow up now and I'm living in a time where I see models like Anouk Yai and all these people looking up to them.
And you flawless, girl. Don't talk about them. Look at your skin, girl. Where the light coming from?
And being more confident in myself, I'm yeah, I'm dark-skinned, what about it? I also like it because I think when it comes to the Black community, we're not a monolith, so I think it is good to display that we are a diverse group, even though we are pretty large. On the other side, I do see how people nitpick a bit too much and pay way too much attention to the details. So sometimes I'm no, I'm just Black.
I'm really interested in this conversation, but for me, my perspective is totally different. I was born in Africa, Ghana. And so the west part, many of us are dark. Then you get to north, they're light. You get to the east and west, many shades. I never knew there was a such thing as colorism till I came to the United States. It's just like you said, you're gonna be Black at the end. It does not matter when it goes down.
Especially
you
in
know,
this country.
Exactly.
Right.
It doesn't. You could be the lightest one sitting out here, but you're black when it comes down to it. And that's it.
I have experienced colorism from within the community.
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform,
It's starting to annoy me. These adverts are starting to annoy me. Colorism in the community, that's one of the biggest. That's where I started finding about colorism. Oh, I've been a victim of colorism from the ends. You know what I mean? From our community. The only reason why I knew I was dark skinned because someone was light skinned told me, "Are you a dark boy?" What's that word? Are you blick? Do you remember that word? Are you blick? I remember those words. Are you blick? You're this, you're that. And I ain't trying to, bro. All I'm saying is it. Yeah, shout out to my yardie brothers and that, but it started from you, man. Still, the whole blick this, blick that. You know what I mean? A spade be a spade, man. You know what I mean? A spade be a spade, my guy. Yeah.
There's kind of like this opinion that light-skinned people can't experience colorism. Dating my current boyfriend, this is a dark-skinned family. I was whitewashed immediately. I was bougie immediately. I was uppity immediately. And this is before getting to know me.
I think it was second grade. I vividly remember I was on the playground and this guy had told me, like, your skin is blacker than dog shit. And that was the first time I had been like, oh, so I am different from everyone. Most of the comments I got about my color were almost always people within the Black community, but then on top of that, it was always boys. Sure, some girls maybe from time to time, but it was usually always Black guys, and that always confused me because I'm like, you probably have a mom or a sister who looks like me. Like, how could you say that?
Yeah. I relate to your story so much. Both my biological mom, dad are Ghanaian, so that's where I get my very darkness from. But my two brothers and sister are light because their mom is from Kenya. Their whole life was so different than mine, and I noticed it in America. When we came, everyone was befriending my brother. But when, we'd have to be in circles and they have to hold our hands. This is second grade. All the kids would hold me like this with their finger and then wipe themselves off. And all those names, they would come in and just, say the worst things to me. And I'm in second grade wondering, what's going on? Why doesn't my brother get any of this? I was just so confused because, like you said, my whole head is, I'm thinking, wow, all of you guys, if you go back to our continent, you really look like us. What is this? I was extremely confused in the Black population. And, I had to say for years, I really disliked African Americans. Not my cup of tea. Yeah.
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 No, but yeah. I think
We hate ourselves.
I think already being African, there's already kind of divide between Africans and African Americans, but then with most of the bullying that I went through being perpetrated by African Americans, I just really started to dislike them, and I was like, I don't want to be in their spaces. I don't care to.
And this is a side note. This is why I'm here, because you guys are educating me. I didn't know that it was African Americans that was talking shit. So it's
well, that's not necessarily all.
But that's
Not
all
all the time.
Because
Also,
there's
some parents are
and that's what I was gonna say too, because you guys are mentioning you guys are in second grade and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's even my niece already is I want straight hair, and it's where are you getting this from?
But she's looking at you though. I was gonna say that about
well, I mean.
Yeah.
I'm good, girl. I became aware of colorism during early childhood.
Right.
At that, y'all, they was in second grade, running around the playground. They had a chant. If you're Black, stay back. If you're brown, stay around. If you're light, you're just right. I remember hearing that song on the playground from me being 6, 7 years old. I knew, okay, I don't have a problem with my skin tone, but society does.
And that's what I'm saying. Where do they even get that from? The parents? Where are they getting this from?
That's why. Yes, of course. So I have a sister, and she's your guys' beautiful complexion. And I remember when we were younger, we would put our arms together and I go, haha, I'm gonna make it. And this one I was a lot lighter too.
No problem too. No, I'm just kidding.
I was, but I'm gonna fast forward again. I'm out in Europe doing my thing, music or whatever, and I go to my sister and I'm like, Z, I'm sorry. I don't know. It just came out. I was like, Z, I'm always sorry that I did this, and I'm sorry that I never told you you were beautiful. I'm your brother. I need you here. Don't leave me. I'm going crazy. And at that moment, I realized I'm free from this colorism thing.
The interesting thing about it is that in my own family, there are varying shades. I noticed how sometimes that my brother, who is a little bit darker, would get treated versus how I might get treated. But then I also sometimes notice how my younger brother, who is a little bit more lighter skinned, would get treated compared to me or my older sister or whatever. There were girls that I liked, beautiful black girls growing up that I liked, that were like, oh, well, you know, you're not maybe like as dark, you're not like that dude. Or people would look at you and be like, oh, you got all this education, yeah, you're just a white kid. You don't talk like.
I've seen that as well, where some dark-skinned people, women and men, will go out of their way to insult a light-skinned person out of the blue. Not every single one of them, obviously not, but or insult them because of the way they speak, or oh yeah, you're bougie, or you're this, or you're that. So I do understand both sides of the coin when it comes to that. I've seen both sides. You know what I mean? Excuse me, I've seen both sides. So, but me growing up, so my daughter, she's 9. I don't think me and her mum, we're not together, but me and her mum, we made sure that she's proud of her color. She's proud of where she's from. She's proud of how she looks, and no one can tell her, no one can say anything to her when it comes to the way she looks and her skin tone. I remember when my daughter was a baby, like 1 or 2, and she went to nursery, or gone to a nursery, and she met this child, and this child was like, this child said, oh hi, my name is Hannah, and my daughter was like, hi, yeah, I'm black, and everyone started laughing, but the pride on my daughter's face when she said it as a kid took my breath away. So it's one of them things where it's like, I understand where people haven't had, I don't know, growing up, maybe didn't have the family members or the people around them to tell them, yo, you're cool. Your tone, your color is cool. It's your personality that should be the main thing someone's going for. Yes, looks of course, but skin tones shouldn't be. Oh, you're light skin. Oh yeah, I don't date light skin people. I don't date dark skin people. What? That makes no sense to me. So when I hear some men talking about, yeah, I don't date black girls because what? It has nothing to do with the white girl. It has nothing to do with the white girl. It's just that when certain guys say certain things, like, bro, how can you be saying them things there? You know what I mean? Anyway, thank you for my reaction. Keep up with the likes and followers and so on, because I'm doing very well on YouTube, and thanks to all you guys. And I'm gonna say thank you for everyone. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.